That's coca.
That's coca. And they are throwing in the water. They were throwing something of.
I'll tell you about that in a minute. Here they're exchanging coca as a greeting. Okay, I'm stopping it there because I wanted to explain to you just what this little sort of prologue, what I want this little prologue to do. The first image that you see in the film is a bowl of water, a small bowl, a little calabash of water, which the priest of this village is dropping.
It's calabaza, no?
It's a calabash with water. The priest is dropping a little bead, a little pottery bead, actually a Tirona pottery bead, into it, and bubbles come up. The bubbles are indicating, this is a form of divination, so the bubbles are indicating answers to the questions that he is putting to the bowl. In this, it will be a dominant image in the film. In other words, this man or men like him are constantly asking a bowl of water what the future holds.
Well, that's interesting, no?
Yeah.
The oracle is water in some way, and then calabash.
And then the priest you see a little bit of is sensing, he's using incense to kind of purify the...
and they are burning coca.
No, he's burning actually another plant when he's waving it around his head, sort of sensing the little plaza there. The coca is exchanged, and that is a form of greeting between men in the Ika society. They say hello to each other by giving each other a handful of coca leaves.
Yes.
So the coca leaves are constantly being exchanged.
Yes. In some way, coca is a sign of distinction. Coca means we belong to the same group. We belong to the same society or to the same culture.
And not only that, but I think that also it's the fact that they're constantly giving each other their own and each other's coca. They're sharing the coca in some very literal and symbolic way. This is the main priest, a man who I called a shaman, but I have no reason to believe that he is or isn't. I mean, he's praying. The film really is all about hands which produce food and produce clothes and produce religion.
Now, this he's praying for what? Asking for water?
He's praying to the gods for health, maybe, or for food, or usually it has something to do with something needed. But they're also always feeding the gods themselves.
Did you have some record of the words? No. Of the words he was saying?
No, I'm not even sure that he's saying words.
He's using only sounds, tones,
so.
and glossolalia in some way, no?
I think so. This was my great problem. You see, I had no linguistic key to the culture. So a few of them spoke a little bit of Spanish, but mostly it was just being able to see what was happening, not know what was going on in his head. But I feel as though I know a lot about the culture from just seeing.
Yes.
And yet it's very hard for me to find a way to express what I know about them because all I have are images to it.
It's beautiful, this.
Okay, now here, Octavio, they're going to burn shells, which then they grind up and they use with the coca. They put it in their mouth and it stimulates the coca a little bit. Again, they're exchanging coca
Yes.
inside the ceremonial house.
Inside the ceremonial.
Yeah. On television, it doesn't come out at all clearly.
Must have also a special signification.
Oh, a lot, yeah. All right. Here's another example of hands creating life in a way. You know, she is spinning wool for her clothes or for the men's clothes. Now, that's very good because here he's praying with his hands.
He's praying with his hands. Yes, I see the two extremes. Hands. As a matter of fact, hands is one of the things that distinguish men from animals. We use our hands. With our hands, we create culture, and we pray also. No?
Yeah, and I remember so well your book. Well, not book. It was an essay you did, I think, about hands making handicrafts. Wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now this is another piece of handwork, which is cutting cane to make sugar. It's as simple as that. I mean, all of this is very, very simple. And yet, it is extremely hard work. I mean, this man is climbing up an absolutely almost perpendicular
They
hill.
produce sugar also. Well, that's a new thing for them. The sugar was not known perhaps before, no?
Not in pre-Columbian times, I don't think. Well, maybe. I have no idea.
I don't think so, no. We should find out. If we were wrong, most of that.
But you know, I do know that sugar was first domesticated in New Guinea.
Yes.
This is their mill.
Beautiful.
Their sugar mill.
Animals also, yes.